what is up, everybody? Welcome to Howsit. I'm your host, Richie Henson, joined as always by Chloe Prohl. What's up, Chloe?
Hello, everyone.
Today, we have such an amazing and wonderful guest, someone that we have the privilege of working with every single week here at the church, John Boeker.
Yep.
Welcome, John.
Thank you, guys.
I'm so happy to have you here.
I'm
Why
excited
haven't we
to be
had
here.
you 3 times already? What's going on? It's like you're
I don't
busy or
know.
something. You
You've
know?
had a lot of really special guests
Yeah,
on, so
that's true.
I'm not
That's
offended.
true. That's true. Thank you for not being offended.
Yeah.
So, John, just kind of like, I know a lot of the kids know you, but maybe some of their parents don't know you. So I just want to take a minute and just check in and be like, who is John Boeker?
Who is John? What do you like?
What do you do around here at the
Yeah.
church? Because it's like 100 things.
What makes John
Oh,
John?
man. What makes John John?
That's
I
deep.
don't know. Around the church, I assist Pastor Rick quite a bit.
That's
With-
a big job.
Oh my word! Because he does
There's a little
so many
going on
things.
around here.
Yeah.
So when I started working here, we all know how much Rick does. When I started working here, I was telling my wife Whitney, I'm stressed because I don't know if I can keep up with Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the first things he did was he brought me in his office and he's like, John, I don't expect you to be me. I expect you to be you. You know, you're going to be helping out with the things that we're trying to do as New Hope Church.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't expect you to be running around like I am. And that was like, oh, what a relief to hear from your boss who you know does a million things.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But naturally, working with Rick, I have now developed my million things.
Yeah.
You know, that I do. I'm able to help out on worship team, of course, you know, playing instruments and singing. And I help in the tech booth doing like Pro Presenter,
Mhm.
the lyrics on the screen,
Mhm.
and videos and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm able to help Roger Dickinson make some videos, so that's cool. But then on the office side, I'm getting personnel together for special events or for worship team on Sunday. I'm getting all the music packets together so
Mhm.
everyone has their chord charts and their music sheets, and everyone is on board with what we're going to be doing next Sunday. And then there's all these little small things that happen all the time. Like yesterday, I was up in the scaffolding installing new lights on the
Wow.
radiate side.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I feel like it's a really well-rounded position, and I never know what any day looks like. I mean, today I'm on your show, so
Mhm.
that's neat.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Every day is different, and it's always interesting. And so it's quite a blessing to work here at New Hope.
That's awesome, man.
It
Well, we
is.
appreciate you. You do so much. You do so much that's behind the scenes.
But you're
Uh,
also just a friend, you know?
and you're also
a
just
friend
a
to
good
all,
dude, man. Yeah.
And
Thanks,
always
guys.
willing to help out and step up whenever needed. And I know we really appreciate that in
Absolutely.
the youth center. So
Totally.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So
Praise
if
the Lord.
you've never met John, come meet John now. You'll probably see him
Yeah.
here on Wednesday nights. You've probably seen him before if you're a student.
You'll
Just come
definitely
up
see
and
him on
say hi.
Sundays.
Yeah,
Say
you'll
hi.
definitely see him on Sundays. Just come up and say hi. Sometimes people feel like he's, doing a thing or he's busy. John is not that guy. He will always stop
You
and say
know,
hi to you.
can I be honest
Yeah.
right now? I'm gonna be honest with everybody. I am I act like an extrovert, okay? I am not an extrovert. It's such a weird
I
position
feel that,
to
John. I'm
be
not
in.
either. I get it.
Yeah.
You're not?
No.
I mean, it's like I am on Wednesday nights, I feel like scared to talk to people. I literally have this like,
Same.
social anxiety. Which I don't know. I feel like, I'm one of the leaders. Like I work with Pastor Rick. I'm supposed to be like this out there person, and I feel like the vibe I give off is this like, don't talk to me because I'm like busy doing something.
Mhm.
Really, inside, I'm feeling like I'm so scared if somebody talks to me because I want to say something stupid.
Oh, stop.
I'm being serious.
Yeah, I get
So-
that.
I
I
get
totally get that. But just come say hi. Let's just start there. Just come say, hey, John, nice to see you. We'll start there. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
Right? Just
Yeah.
like, are you good? Cool. Glad you're here. But anyway, if you haven't met John, come meet John.
Mm.
He's a good dude. We love him a lot. But speaking of John and being busy, we are officially hitting the week of Easter at the release of this podcast. So
It's
we are
Holy
in
Week.
Holy Week.
Totally.
And so we wanted to bring something that was maybe later. We're going to talk about some spiritual things about Easter.
Mhm.
But right now we're going to talk a little bit maybe about like the non-spiritual part of Easter. So we're going to talk jelly beans.
Obviously.
So today we have 6 different types of jelly beans. And
We're about to do a
just
taste test.
going to do a taste test.
Ooh.
And we're going to pick a winner. We're going to try and work together to pick a winner, which is the best jelly bean.
Mhm.
So we have the classic. Is it Brock's or Bratch's?
Well, you have to look because those are jelly eggs.
Yes.
They're not classic jelly beans.
They're a little bit
What's
bigger.
the
They're
difference?
bigger.
I think they're just bigger and the shape's a little bit different.
Okay.
But that's like Bratch's is like the old school. These are jelly bean flavored jelly beans, right?
Yes.
Then we have Fruit Loops,
I'm very curious.
which I've never seen these before.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I couldn't find the Starburst ones, so that's why they're here. Sweet Tarts,
Those will be good.
which
Yum.
I already know I like the Sweet Tart
Yeah.
ones.
Oh.
Dunkin'
Did you do a
Donuts.
taste test before the taste test?
Every Easter since they came out.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fair.
The Dunkin' Donuts ones I have never seen before.
They're all like coffee flavored, like French vanilla,
Oh,
caramel, toasted
okay.
coconut.
All right. Then we have Jelly Bellies, which is like crazy flavors,
Classic,
right?
classic.
Like,
40
The
butter,
original
popcorn,
gourmet
et
jelly
cetera.
bean, in fact.
oh wow, it's true.
Mhm.
And then we have Trolley jelly beans, which I think might be sour.
They're like the sour gummy worm version of a jelly bean.
Wow.
So basically, we're just gonna run down the row here. We're gonna try some jelly beans, and then we're just gonna give just really honest, raw opinion
Yeah.
Okay.
about
This
how
is
we feel about
important
those
work,
jelly
Okay.
beans.
It
I need
is.
you all to take this
This
really
is
I'm
seriously.
gonna take it
important to me.
very
Okay.
seriously.
I want you to think
Mhm.
about the flavor profiles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna start with Bratch's.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, assortment of colors.
Well,
They look nice.
see, they look not nice to me. I got a lot of yellow and orange. Not a fan of that. I poured them.
I got
but-
a white one. What
know-
is
What
white
is
flavored
that?
Can
jelly
I
beans?
just
Pineapple?
say,
Maybe.
as a fan of licorice, why do they make licorice jelly beans? It's not real licorice.
Why not just have licorice? You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want
That's a good
actual
point.
licorice.
All right. Well, here we go.
I'll start
Richie,
with
do
that.
not
Are you
do
just
this
doing
again.
all of them?
You can't do that again.
That's my thing. Wherever
my
we taste
thing.
test, I just do the whole thing.
Coconut is another not favorite flavor.
Mm.
The texture is better than I thought.
Yeah, the texture's not bad. I'm just like,
It's just sweet. It's not real flavor.
you're so hurt up, and your grandma,
Mhm.
this is all she has.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the vibe that I'm
Uh-huh.
catching off of these. Like
Mhm.
grandma's house, it kind of smells funny in there. Grandma's asleep on the couch. You just want some sugar so bad, and there's a bowl of these.
It's
You're
not
like,
that. It's just sweet. It just tastes like sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm not
I feel
into
like there's not
I
a
don't
ton
want
of
another one.
flavor in these. Yeah, I've felt this way. I'm coming into this with a bias. I'm
Mhm.
trying not to.
Yeah.
But these have always been like my least favorite type
Yeah.
of jelly beans.
How has the company lasted this long? You know?
I have no
Because
idea.
they're just, I feel like they're just
They make
pump 'em
other
out.
old people
Like,
candy
yeah,
though.
That's true. That is true. Okay, so out of 10,
3.
3.
Whoa.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3. I was going to say like 5.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think they're terrible, but
Yeah, I was gonna
feel
say
like
4
if
because
I'm
it's a
going for
classic.
jelly beans,
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
these.
So,
So
4.
we're gonna get 4
We're
total.
gonna give it a 4.
4 total. Okay.
So now we're going in with Fruit Loops.
don't
These.
smell like
I
anything.
mean, these look nice.
They look.
I like the colors.
the colors are vibrant.
I'm trying to think of what Fruit Loops taste like. I don't eat a lot of
Oh
cereal
wow! It tastes
anymore.
just like a Fruit Loop.
Really?
Just like a Fruit Loop.
Oh my gosh.
That is remarkable. How did
You're
they
right,
do
like
that?
that
Mhm.
almost like citrusy flavor that Fruit Loops have
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
really is coming through.
Does anybody
But
else
there's
feel
no-
weird that it tastes exactly like Fruit Loops?
kind of. But there's no differentiation of
wrong.
flavor.
Mm-mm.
They all taste like a Fruit Loop.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think that these are actually
I don't think the
different
red tastes
fruit
different
flavors.
than the orange.
They're just dyed a different color.
Mm-hmm. I gotta take away points for that though.
That's yeah.
I feel
why
the
would that
same.
be?
Like, dude, but do any of the Fruit Loops actually taste different?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think they do.
So maybe that was on purpose.
Mm,
That was a stupid choice.
mm.
Yeah, that's weird.
There is like a pine tree flavor that's coming out of these beans, though.
There's something
Do you
weird.
taste that?
Yeah, there's something.
Like they tried to make it just like Fruit Loops. But that's if you're eating one at a time. When I put all of them in
I
my
think
mouth.
you think that because it does taste like an air freshener.
It does taste like an air freshener.
Yeah.
If I'm being
It
totally
tastes
honest,
just like an air freshener.
I'm going to score these lower than the Bratches.
You know,
I'm
I'm
not.
with you.
I'm going to go with 2.
I'm going with 3.
I'm gonna go 4.
So a 3 total. It scored worse.
I keep being the equalizer.
All right, so number 3 is the sweet tart jelly beans.
I'm excited.
These also look a little bit different because the first 2, they have that like plasticky sheen,
Yep.
like the classic plastic jelly. These are almost like matte.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The color of these is like not so
For sure.
crazy looking.
Oh, they're delicious. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, man.
That is so good.
Were you just praising Jesus for your
Those
jelly
are
beans
so good.
over here?
Those are so good.
That is delicious. They're a little bit tart, but not too much.
I
It's
expected
excellent.
going into this that all the jelly beans were going to be similar. Like they're all just kind of that jelly belly. Each one has their own fruity flavor.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you'd want to get a different type of jelly bean is if you already love the candy,
Mm-hmm.
like sweet tarts,
Mm-hmm.
you want a jelly bean that tastes like that candy. This is totally sweet tarts.
Mm-hmm.
It totally
now.
is.
They're so good.
The feel in your mouth,
Yeah.
that almost like a little bit chalky, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
And
But
also
in
a
a good
little bit
way.
of like crunchy almost,
Mhm.
like in the jelly bean.
Oh yeah, the
so
texture
it's almost
of
like
it.
yeah, like the texture almost is a little like crunch or hardness to it.
Like there's sweet tarts in the jelly bean.
Dude,
That is so yummy.
that is such a good jelly bean.
I gotta keep these ones by me.
Oh my gosh, that's a good jelly bean. All right, I'm gonna give that a 9.
Ooh.
9.5.
Ooh.
Wow,
7.
7.
Whoa, okay.
What's the math on that? 8.5.
I don't know.
That sounds about
7
right.
plus
Our
9
audience
plus
says
9.5
yes.
divided by 3.
Comment
8.5.
below.
I got it.
What is the average?
What's the actual number for sweet tarts? Somebody use their calculator because I can't do that math in my head.
So we're moving on to the Dunkin' Donuts here.
Yeah.
And we're all a little nervous.
Why?
Oh,
Why are they these
our
shapes?
audience is saying thumbs down. So
Yeah, we do have a live studio audience today for the first time
we
ever.
do.
And the audience members are saying, don't eat this one.
yeah.
I think our live
Honestly,
audience
though,
member
did you
doesn't
take
like
a
coffee.
strong smell? The other ones don't really smell like much.
It smells like
They
cheap
don't smell
coffee.
like anything. This is.
This
cheap
smells
coffee.
like Dunkin' coffee, like actual Dunkin' coffee.
I just
And I
want
don't
to
like
point
Dunkin'
out,
coffee.
if
Yeah.
I can. Here's a normal jelly bean. Just the wonky Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they are
see
weird
this?
shapes.
It's huge.
So are you gonna eat them all at once, or are you gonna give them each their moment?
No, I'm gonna eat them all at once.
You know what's weird is this brown one is
Mhm.
toasted coconut flavor.
Hmm.
Why? That's weird.
The coffee colored one is toasted coconut.
That's a little weird.
And this one that literally looks like a nose. Or like who's the guy in VeggieTales?
It looks like an ear mold.
His cheeseburger. Precious cheeseburger. I don't even know if the camera can pick up the shape.
We'll try
of
to
this.
zoom in if we can. See if we can get. Yeah. Perfect.
What?
Okay,
It
let's
yeah,
try
it looks
'em.
like an ear mold to me.
I'm eating the nose.
Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it.
Mm. Okay.
Ugh.
It tastes like it tastes just like a Jelly Belly coffee flavor.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a bad texture though.
It's grainy.
Ugh. It's like
Almost like they put a packet of sugar in there.
it's like coagulating
Mm.
in my mouth. Is that a word?
Uh-huh.
That's a word, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a cash grab. these
Curdling.
jelly beans.
It's curdling.
Put curdled milk in your coffee. That's what this tastes like.
I don't want any more.
I've got to try all of them now. Just to be sure.
Which
Here's
one's
the
the best
thing.
so far?
Yeah, is there one that's better than the others?
I feel like this tastes so similar to Jelly Belly. So
Yeah,
similar.
it's exactly like their coffee one.
But like such a cheaper flavor than
Mhm.
Jelly Belly
Which is on brand for Dunkin' Donuts though.
It is.
That's their coffee.
It is.
So
I would probably, honestly, it was better than the
Done.
Fruit Loops to me,
mm-mm.
but not. I think maybe I'm just gonna go 3 in between Fruit Loops and Originals.
I'm gonna go 3 too.
2. Okay, so that
Mhm.
puts us at like
2.5.
2.75.
The original Jelly Bellies Lots of flavors. I see a juicy pear one in mine, which I'm very excited about.
Mm.
I love the juicy pear Jelly Bellies.
Can I be honest? I'm not a Jelly Belly fan like that.
Why?
Because I just think it's whatever.
Well, we're about to find out
Yeah.
Yeah.
if they're still whatever after
Mhm.
this taste.
All right, let's
All
try.
right, here we
Jelly
go.
bellies are gourmet. You know, you gotta.
That juicy
the
pear one
pinky.
is so
Pinky
good.
up.
The flavor kind of creeps up on you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's really powerful. But
Well, I just
Doesn't
had
exactly
a Tootsie Roll
last.
flavored one.
oh,
That was weird.
Here's the thing. If and when I eat jelly beans, I like to be able to eat them all at once. Like get
You
4 or
can't do
5
that
flavors
here.
at once
Oh,
and throw them in your
yeah.
mouth.
No,
You're not really supposed to do that with Jelly Belly.
no. You've got to enjoy them for what they are.
Because I'm like,
each flavor at a time.
there's 100 flavors happening in my mouth right now, and none of them go together.
Yeah.
Which is part of my issue with Jelly Belly. It's like I don't want to have to sit there and pick through and be like, well, what comes good after buttered popcorn? I just want to pick
I
up
don't-
some jelly beans and eat
Don't
them,
eat the buttered popcorn.
I guess. No, even the texture of the sweet tart ones, the like actual texture of them, I
Oh.
think is better
Oh.
for these. Did you get the booger one?
Don't eat
No.
that one.
I was really
Ah.
tempted to put some Bean Boozled beans inside of that.
That's not
Oh
funny.
my
thing.
gosh.
Oh my,
That would be hilarious.
that's so gross.
I'm gonna say
4.
they're second right now. So
5.
5. I was gonna give them a 6,
8
8. So like
Jelly
6.5.
Bellies, man. Now I don't know if it's just nostalgia because growing up, Jelly Bellies were sold at this little candy shop that my little
Oh,
sister and I
yeah.
we'd save up our quarters, man, and we'd go to this shop. They would sell Jelly Bellies. They were all individually
So you can pick
binned.
the flavors you want.
pick the flavors
See,
you
that's
want.
the way to go.
It was $5 a pound for Jelly
Wow.
Bellies.
That's a
A
lot.
And that's not like, I
pound?
mean, I know this was like 15 years ago.
Uh-huh.
That was ridiculous. It should have been like $15 a pound.
Yeah.
And so we went there all
Wow.
the time. I got to pick my favorite flavors. I like know the flavors of these jelly beans
Oh,
because I'm just so there's Tutti Frutti. Oh, I just dropped a cinnamon.
Is it trolley or trolley?
I don't know.
Trolley?
Trolley. We're gonna go with trolley.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure these are sour. They
They're
look
the
like
most
dinosaur
festive.
eggs.
Yeah.
I'm
honestly.
so into this.
Oh man.
All right, here we go.
They look the most delicious out of all of them, for sure.
Best ones.
They're good. I like the sweet flavor. I like the different flavors. They're all similar enough, but they all go together. So I could just take a handful.
I feel like each one is like I'd expect this to be kind of like strawberry or bubblegum. It just it tastes just like the blue one did. And the orange one. I don't think these are different flavors.
Maybe
Am I
they're all
wrong?
tropical flavor. Like maybe it's all just like a mixed flavor. Because I ate them all at once, and I felt
It
like I had
says
a mix
two
of flavors.
crawlers, 2 crawler flavors in one bean. So each one is like a mixture. I'm just getting real cat pee vibes
Ooh,
from these jelly
What?
okay,
beans.
cat
Yeah.
pee. Interesting.
Why?
It tastes like cat pee smells.
Mm,
That's
One-
really
I'm
interesting.
giving
I
it a
don't get
1.
that at all.
a 1.
I won.
Whoa.
I'm not a
Whoa.
fan of those.
Okay, this
at
one's
all.
gonna shake out weird because I was gonna give it an 8.
I was going to give it
Really?
a 9.
I love the trolley flavor.
I usually like the gummy worms.
Mhm.
I don't think these jelly beans taste like
They
the
didn't
gummy
do it.
worms. Mm-mm.
Okay, so 819.
Ow.
That's
What a spread.
18. What's 18 divided by 3? If that gets a 6, that means our number one favorite jelly bean was Sweet Tarts. And
Yeah.
I think that checks out.
That's
I think
fair.
we can all be okay with that. I don't remember the rest of the rankings. I know that Dunkin' was the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Dunkin's the worst.
Yeah, that's
Sweet
horrible.
tarts. If I was gonna, I would rather eat these jelly beans than actual sweet tarts.
Mm.
They're
I think
that
I probably
good.
would too.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna
Yeah.
buy one of these and try them, I'd say try the trolley because of how vastly different our taste buds are interpreting the
Yeah,
trolley.
that one's true.
You
that
love
one
'em or you hate
had
'em.
the gamut.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, sweet. Hey, there's your jelly bean taste test. Have some jelly beans. It's Easter time, so that's what you do, right? So
Mhm.
that's how it's going on with us. Let's see what's happening with New Hope Youth. All right, guys. Big reminder here right at the start for New Hope Youth. There is no youth tomorrow night.
Huh.
Yes.
April 5th, no youth. We're taking one more week off. So I know everyone's sad. Everyone's probably at home like flipping tables over,
Mhm.
I'm gonna cry.
throwing things. John's going to cry.
Mhm.
I already cried because I didn't want to cry on camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
That would be
I should have
embarrassing.
warned you.
Mm-hmm.
So don't come tomorrow night. Okay, don't come April 5th. We won't be here. Nobody will be here. I mean, you can hang out in the parking lot if you want, but there won't be
Just
any
don't.
youth. But also in the next month or so, we have some pretty fun stuff coming up.
Yeah, so Wildfire on April 19th, we are having Ignite the Fire, which if you don't know
Ooh.
what that is, it is when the 6th graders from Ignite move up to Wildfire. So we have a special ceremony and just a really fun night to celebrate them and welcome them into the Wildfire family. So that is going to be such a fun night on April 19th.
Yeah, that's a
Super
blast.
fun.
I love that one. There's
Yeah.
so many people in the youth center on that Wednesday night.
There's
It's
so many
bonkers.
people. Yeah.
So it's a really
And we
exciting
have
time.
the sound treatment now, so
Yes,
it'll be
it's
much
gonna be
different.
Yeah, it
amazing.
will
Last
be.
year.
Yeah, last year you couldn't even hear
I was
yourself
literally
think.
Yeah.
walking around with earplugs in.
Yeah.
Last year.
So loud.
So directly following that Friday night, the 21st, we are having a Radiate event in the youth center, Marshmallow Baseball.
Wow.
It's getting an official workup, guys.
Wow.
Rules. We're going to have a home run derby. Somebody's going to go home with a gift card. Amazon, Apple, one of those two. I haven't decided which one yet.
Ooh.
If you want to help pick which kind of gift card we give away at that night, leave a comment below.
Mhm.
And maybe you'll be the person who puts me over the edge for one gift card over another.
Mhm.
But like, this is an opportunity for you to show up to the church on a Friday night, just have a good time, but also bring somebody with you. Bring somebody who maybe is like not that interested in church or who hasn't gone to church in a long time, somebody that you know who doesn't follow Jesus. This is a great opportunity for them to see what the family of God is really like. So think of somebody that you can bring with you. Get them here on that Friday night. We're going to go from 7 to 9 p.m. There's going to be pizza. There's going to be soda. There's going to be all that good stuff, plus Marshmallow Baseball.
Mhm.
Also, this is a big deal. So if you're in 9th grade currently, you're going to want to remember this. You are invited to Marshmallow Baseball.
So a few weeks after that, 1 week after that, Wildfire is having a late nighter.
Oh, man.
Late nighter,
Ooh.
5:30 to 10:30 p.m. We have some crazy stuff planned. We
Dude,
have some crazy stuff planned. So
some messy stuff, some funny stuff.
yeah, some like active stuff. It's gonna be an amazing night. Great
Mhm.
food, soda. Again, another amazing event to invite your friends to.
High energy.
High energy,
High energy.
Wildfire to a T.
Yes.
You're gonna love it. Okay, so invite your friends. It's $5. You can register online. We'll leave the link below. You don't want to miss the Wildfire late nighter.
You
9th
do
graders,
not.
you're invited to that too.
Yes, 9th graders get to double dip a little bit.
Mhm. Good
which
for
is
you.
Good for you guys.
Good for you guys.
Yeah.
The other big stuff that we have coming up is that we're getting closer and closer to the end of the year for us.
Mhm.
We will be ending in May.
May
So the
31st.
May 31st, the last Wednesday night of May, we're going to have a senior send-off where we say goodbye to our seniors who are graduating. And we're also having a backyard party for
Mhm.
Wildfire. So keep coming on Wednesday nights. We got some great things that we're going to talk about, some fun times we're going to have with our core groups. And we're going to go all the way through May, and it's going to be a blast. So make sure you're here. Make sure you're bringing somebody for our Wednesday nights. But after Wednesday nights are over, that just means that summer's about to start.
Mhm.
And so if you have not already, it is time to sign up for summer camp. Radiate is going in July. Wildfire is going in August. Summer camps are going to be a blast this year. You're not going to want to miss it. You can sign up on the church website. You can grab one of the QR code slips that we have at check-in station. Make sure you get signed up for camp. You're not going to want to miss camp this year.
Another really exciting thing we have, a little bit more recent than camp. But as soon as you guys come back from our break, we've got new merch.
Oh my
We've got some
goodness.
spring merch for you guys,
Yes.
some New Hope Youth merch. So
Sweet.
Can I
There-
tell you, somebody's already bought one.
what?
How? Is it
Oh,
posted?
yeah.
Cam
Of
Shout out
course it's
Cam. heard about the new merch
Yeah, he actually.
and saw it, and he immediately was like, I'm going to buy one.
yeah,
So
Wow.
if
So
you
he
want to be
was
as
wearing
cool
it.
as Cam, you're going to have to buy one of the new t-shirts.
He
they're
loved it that
really
much.
awesome.
He loved it that much. They're $5 a piece, super cheap. They're printed with the New Hope Youth logo. There's
Mhm.
2 different colors. We'll have them out that first Wednesday. Yeah. So come through, buy one.
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
There's some spring colors.
Spring
you know?
colors. They got spring
They're kinda
vibes. I like
fun,
them.
You know, we've
Good.
done a lot of black and neon,
Yeah.
but spring
This is more like every day for some
every
people, I
day.
think.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's less crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's going on with New Hope Youth. Let's see what's going on with John.
All right, guys. So we have our guest today, John. John works at the church like we do. And so we have entered into Holy Week, or what's called Holy Week, which is the 8 days that lead up to Easter. And for us, that can be a really busy time at the church. There's a lot going on, special services, additions to what we do at our normal services and some things like that. And so this can be a really busy time of year. And I think for students and families too, it can also be really busy. You're going to see family, you have events that you go to, you're coming to extra church services or participating in some extra things. So I just wanted to take a minute, John, and just check in with you. Like, as you are working so hard these next 8 days to get ready for Easter and Good Friday service, I just wanted to check in with you. What are some things that are really drawing you into Holy Week and that are helping you to really like make the most of it spiritually and to have like those moments of contemplation and growth during this time?
I think that the most important thing going into Holy Week is just recognizing like what is happening in Jesus' life going into Holy Week. Here he is riding on a donkey into Jerusalem, and everyone has palm branches and they're waving them and they're saying, Hosanna, Hosanna, meaning save us, Lord. Like they're proclaiming he is the Savior. He's the one that's going to come and save us. So that's Sunday. We have Jesus coming in, and we're all worshiping him and we're asking him to save us. It's an important time because here is the Lamb being almost paraded through the streets, the Lamb that will be slaughtered for our sin. So keeping that mindset. The next day he goes to the temple, and they're selling stuff in the temple. And this is more than just like like selling some merch in the temple. This is like they were all trying to make money for themselves. They're selling things that shouldn't be sold in the temple, things that you shouldn't be buying at all. And he goes and he flips the tables, and he's like, you're making my Father's house a den of thieves. And so recognizing that the church is a sacred place, that the temple is a sacred place. And then what happens the next day? The next day he, maybe it's not recorded what's happening the next day.
Yeah.
But then Jesus is preparing for the Passover meal. And that's the communion that we all share together.
Right.
And so that's a time to like settle our hearts, recognize that God does not keep judgment on us. He doesn't hold us accountable to pay for our own sin. He has passed over what we deserved. And Jesus did that too. He celebrated the meal, and then he's down on his knees washing his disciples' feet. This man who is about to die for the sins of the world is now on the ground washing his disciples' feet as an example to us. So what are we doing in our lives that we're giving of ourselves, lowering ourselves to raise others up? Because even Jesus, the God of the universe, God lowered himself and washed his disciples' feet. Yeah. So we need to do that as well. And then, of course, that leads into crucifixion,
right. His betrayal, and then trial as they call it, and crucifixion for sure. I think it's really interesting too, because I think sometimes, especially in some of the traditions that we grow up in, we don't really participate in Holy Week as much because like thought of as a Catholic thing, right? Like that's really big for the Catholic faith, is to do different things during Holy Week. But I appreciate you talking about all the kind of events that happen that week, because it is a reminder to us that Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection wasn't just those 3 days. It was his whole life of ministry, and this week before, where he was aware, right? We see him in the Garden of Gethsemane before he is betrayed, and he is literally sweating blood because he knows what's happening. And even though he knew what was happening this whole time, he knew what was going to come from this week, he still participated in life with people and cared about people and loved people and taught people and showed compassion and grace towards people. And I think, at least for me, like that's a really big thing of Holy Week, is like, wow, no matter what's going on in my life, no matter what stressors I have, whatever is like troubling me, this week is a reminder to me, like you were saying, that, man, I need to get refocused on what's really important. Problems will come and go. The Lord will carry me through those things, but serving people, being in community with people, putting my attention on the will of God, those are all things that need to last forever.
Yeah.
John, what do you think it looks like for you or for any believer to focus on that? How practically, what does that look like for you to take time to think about and contemplate and just reflect on all that Holy Week is and especially the coming weekend, right? The day, the 3 days and then of course Resurrection Day. What does it look like for you or for any believer to refocus on those days?
I think it's a time to recognize how powerless we are. There is nothing that we can do to pay for the wrong that we have done. And we know that if we break one law, God gave the 10 commandments. If we break any of those commandments, if we've ever told a lie, if we've ever thought like, oh, I wish so and so was dead, like even that's enough to be murder in the spiritual sense.
Yeah.
Anything that we've ever done that's wrong means that we are destined for hell. And so coming into Holy Week, it's a time to reflect on the fact that there's nothing that we can do to gain heaven. There's nothing that we can do to be with our Creator forever. And our Creator had to come down and lower himself and be the salvation from that sin. He had to pay it all. Like he's the only one. He was the one that is taking the offense by it, and he is the one that came and made it right because of his great love for you and for me.
Yeah.
Because he cares, because he loves, because he is love. He's 100% love and the embodiment of that. And so we go into Holy Week feeling so humble and feeling like we have to give everything to him. We have to depend on him completely. It's a time to really reflect on the fact that he has done all of the work and that we can rest in him and know that as we go through life, he'll be able to take care of the things that we're struggling through because he's already done it.
I love
Wow,
that.
John.
So
That
I know
is so encouraging. Thank
it
you for
absolutely
sharing
is.
that.
And like I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here because I think this is important. What are some things that maybe if someone's like, I don't really ever think about Holy Week or participate in Holy Week, what are some things that are going to be happening at the church at the end of this week specifically that maybe is like an opportunity for someone who's never really thought of Easter in this way or thought of the Holy Week in this way? Because I know we have something special on Friday night and also some stuff on Sunday.
Yeah, so Friday night, that's Good Friday. That's the day that Jesus was crucified on the cross. We celebrate that and we call it good because of what it means for us, because it means that the sins that I have committed, the sins that I'm going to commit, all of those were placed on Jesus and they were killed. They were put to death like I was supposed to be put to death, but now my sins are dead. So we're having a service, Good Friday service in the sanctuary, 6:30 on Good Friday. And we're just going to celebrate that together. We're going to have communion, just like Jesus and his disciples did the night before he was crucified. And then Sunday morning, Easter Sunday at 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock, the normal service times, we're going to have a big Easter service. It's going to be huge. I know from the worship team side, we have a choir up there. We have orchestra up there. The stage is going to be packed. Lights and everything, and we're just going to give our all to give God glory, to use our gifts and our talents to praise him, and to lift his name high, to show people how worthy he is of that. And then I know Pastor Craig is planning a very important message for that day as well. There's going to be Kids Zone at 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock.
That's
so
huge,
if you have any younger siblings, they could still go to Kids Zone at 8 o'clock if you and your family wanted to come to the first service, which
There's
is encouraged.
also-
I think
yeah.
second service is going to be packed out.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So
There's a lot
if
of people
you
that
can't come to the
only
8,
come to the 8 if you can. I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that
I believe that
only
there's
come to
also
church on Easter.
childcare for 0 to 5 at the Good Friday service as well.
Oh,
So-
thank you.
If
Yes.
you have a
If
toddler
you have
or
a
a baby
toddler or
in your
something.
family and you still want to come to Good Friday, that's going to be available.
That's cared for. So thank you so much, John, for joining us
was
today. And thank you
awesome.
so much for watching episode 15 of Howsit. We will see you guys next time.
See ya.
Bye.